Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good day. It is February 2nd. February 2nd. The markets are doing their thing. We haven't turned the program back on. We will in a moment. It's still off. This is what we did last night. We ran from 6 or 7 p.m. last night, trading one micro contract, and we deposited 10,200. Profit factor 1.94. And we did not do anything further. We just stopped. So we're going to punch up live here in a moment. Beginning balance at this juncture will be 50,205. We'd like to add to it. Entirely possible that we pull back a little. Right? I'm not going to let it all go. That's for damn sure. But we'll play the same program here in a moment. We'll let you watch. In the meantime, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. We appreciate you smashing the like button. We appreciate the retweets. We appreciate you spreading who we are, what we're about in the various trading rooms. If you know some other serious traders, right? We're going to be for serious traders, people who want to trade for a living, all right? So, if you're in high school, you're in your first year of college and you're studying economics at the University of, whatever, and, you don't have any trading capital, we're probably not for you, right? But if you are into your career or into your retirement and you want to take a portion of your money that you've been able to save and squirrel away and you want to apply your hand to algorithmic trading, well, we're here to help facilitate that. That's the idea. And so when we punch up like this for an hour or two, won't be every day. I can't commit to every day, but I will try during the course of a week to do it at least a couple of times in the middle of the day. We were on last night. If you push the like and the notification bell, though, on YouTube, when we punch up, you'll know. Better, hopefully, as a monthly member, you'll get a nightly video. You would have known that these markets were selling down on last Tuesday, and they're still selling down. They're distributing. But, and if you want these tools on your desktop, feel free. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll get Bitcoin. So much for digital gold, right? So give me a minute or two. Let's let folks find us here a little bit, and we will punch up the program in a few moments. Before we get started, let's just take a look at the 5-minute. The 5-minute VIX went short at 225 this morning. So that was a hint that they were probably going to put on a little bit of a squeeze at 225. The 5-minute ES at 255. Right before Europe opens, it goes long. There's your $5,000. But Bagger, I was sleeping. I know. That's what they do, right? They don't, it's just constant, folks. It isn't just, the public markets in the States, the stock market is from 9:30 to 4, you got your TV on CNBC. That's just not real world, right? 255, $5,000. One contract. One micro, 500. 10 minis, 50,000. Take the rest of the day off. Look at the NQ. 250. 250. See a connection there? 11,000. Look at the Dow. 305 within 10 minutes of each other. 255, 250, 305. What kind of shit is that, Bagger? That's called a rig market. Rig commodities, 3,800. 255. That's, it's dipping on the Russell. 2,900. So this $5,000, 16,000, 19,000, 21,000. Your job, my job, our job, is to get in and get out. Extract a few $100s a day and go find something else to do. Maybe ice fishing. It's cold enough. Holy smokes, is it cold? I think it's still like in the 40s down here. Get down into the 20s overnight. So we do not play golf down here below 70. No, we don't even go fishing. So what do? We trade. We collect these things called dollars. Let's go take a look at what's going on with gold. Oh man, you've been listening to that Asian guy. Now I'm not. That's not me. I'm not being That's his Twitter handle, Asian guy, on Twitter. Buy gold, buy silver, sell silver, sell silver, buy gold. It's an AI crackpot. 1015, 1015. If you got short gold with a mini, 5,500. With a micro, $500. Silver, if you got short at 945, 14 grand. It is what it is. Your job, if you have this on your desktop, is to get your portion. You can use time bars, you can use point and figure, you can use Renko, you can use Kagi, you can use, did I say range bars? Kagis, custom Renkos. Custom Renkos is some of my favorites. And we can automate this individually. We can automate this. If the 5 minute is doing this, just take the 1 minute in that direction, just trying to keep leaning on the side that's working. So let's tee up the program and see how we do. So I'm going to turn it on rather blindly. And let me bring it up over here. Okay, so she's in a long, and I'm going to tee it up. I have it on another screen so that I can manage it without disclosing our account numbers. Probably wouldn't be a good idea. Let's do this. Edit strategy. So the beginning balance at this moment in time is 50,000. We'll just call it 50,000, and she's up and running. So we can come in here and do this little deal, and there we go. Now I am going to hide. I don't need somebody mimicking my exact settings. Wouldn't matter, but markets are too deep. But we're not going to do that. So there we go. All right, so she is armed, and I'm here to answer any questions you might have about any market that you're in, anything that you're doing, anything around trading, anything at all. And otherwise, I'm going to just kind of shut up. I won't bend your ear. Did that go out? Yeah. So we made everybody a little video on Swing Machine, so I don't have to explain it every single day. We're trying to get smarter about this. And so any questions, you let us know. We'll let you watch.
Order filled. Order filled.
Everything you're seeing here is automated. Swing machine is automated. This is automated. Automated. Everything is automated. If I intervene or take any specific trades, I'll let you know. Our beginning balance for this session Monday was 50,205 thereabouts, right? 50,200, and had a beautiful session last night, and suffering a little bit of a draw, and we'll see how we do. We'll be online for about an hour, maybe hour and a half. Your opportunity to ask questions, your opportunity to watch, and we're trading one micro silver. I guess I'm seeing online maybe that you guys are too. I don't even know who the hell Billie Eilish is. I guess some entertainer or something. I don't know. But apparently she, he, it, whatever was was pontificating about us nasty capitalists and Americans for taking over Indian land and whatever. In the meantime, she lives in a $500 million mansion and has a $10 million Malibu beach house. She's not going to give it up, right? She's not going to give it up for the indigenous peoples. Now, she wants you to give up your stuff, right? They want you. They want me. They're beauties, aren't they? The hypocrisy is just. It is what it is, right? They're sickos. They're melting down. They're melting down. Just amusing. It is amusing. You have to chuckle. You have to chuckle. One of the downsides of doing what we're doing is that we are a little bit more dialed in because we have news feeds just in case there's something. Very, very rarely is there anything that moves markets, but every once in a while there can be something. It can be a tsunami. It could be. So we do have news feeds. You don't have to though. You really don't. And if it bothers you, I find it amusing as hell. And just so reminded. When we went to college, it was many moons ago, but the seeds were there. The seeds were definitely there. I fought those Marxists so hard in college. I'm proud of the fact that I did. I was 17 when I went there, and they started trying to fill my head with a bunch of shit, and I was fighting them then. My first semester, I was 17. And I'm like, you know what, buddy? You're full of crap, and you're full of crap, and you're full of crap. They were Marxists. So we started with a beginning balance of 50,200, which is the good. Now we're not going to count every $100 here, but if I did opt to just scalp it here, I mean we could, right? We could, you could, um, and $300 a day. $300 a day is if you take Fridays off, would be 6 grand a month. I mean, but what would I do if I did that, right? I mean, I'd have to go find something else to do. That's going to be the biggest job you're going to have. Come through Q School, get the programs on, start getting it done. Is the discipline to go do something else with your time and your capital. Any questions, let us know. We'll let you watch. If I scalp it, I'll let you know.
Order filled.
Okay, that was the scalp. And I just went ahead and just grabbed it. And I may do that periodically here in a short period. We're just trying to put a little icing on the cake here. And we had a fantastic evening last night. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. And any questions, again, who we are, what we're about, what we're doing, feel free. When we intervene like that, we refer to the trade as being mechanical. If I don't intervene and the machine has got it fully, we refer to it as algorithmic or fully automated. Everything's fully automated, but I can still intervene. You can still intervene.
Order filled.
As a general rule, I'll let the machine, for the most part, tee up the orders, put the orders in. I'll let the machine handle the losses, whatever those programs are. We got a number of different exits that we can use. If I intervene, it's usually to take a profit. That's all. And but I'm going to try to not do too much of that here. We'll let you watch again. Beginning balance on Sunday evening at around 6 or 7 p.m. was 40,000, trading 1 micro. Last night we got to about 11 p.m. and we were up $10,000, 50,200. Just a moment ago we turned the program back on. and we'll be with you for until probably 1 o'clock ish, 1:15, so thereabouts. We can slide over and take a look at the other markets, and that's the. I didn't mean to block out anything here. That's the ES. So they're popping in the markets a little bit. They did it at about 3 a.m. just as Europe was coming online, and Europe wanted to buy up our markets. Probably the Swiss team, Swiss National Bank. Similar to golf, if you think you can watch just one video and go out and play scratch golf, you're probably going to be sorely disappointed. If you think you can go out and just take one lesson in a golf and try to force the ball or just bat the ball, you want to in the game of golf, you do want to get some good golf instruction, right? Um, I still take lessons, today, and I've played, my whole life. Um, and You can always improve, you can always get better, but you just don't want to spend, you don't want to be playing golf for like 10 years and, not able to break 100, right? May not be a scratch golfer. I'm not a scratch golfer, but I can get around and have enjoy a beautiful round of golf and have a good time. And that's what we hope that we can help you get started so that you can do the same thing when it comes to being in the markets, right? So we didn't do any intervention last night, um, but we will here, just to show you. So we're going to go ahead and
Order filled.
we'll close that. Going to resync the strategy. Probably took it off a little early, but just as an example, so we're to the good. We started at 50,200. What about 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago? And for those of you that are watching, what have we added? 6 to 700. Let's just call it even 500. Well, $500 a day, 20 days, there's your 10 grand a month. One market, but we have multiple markets. We want to be diversified in what we can do, not necessarily what we hold, right? And we just want to take our time. When we go out and play golf, you're not going to shoot a one, right? You're not going to get your golf clubs out of the trunk and your cleats and your knickers and go up there and just tee off and hit the ball once and post a score. Not going to happen, right? You're going to be out there for 3-4 hours, hopefully not much longer. Please, if you are, I hope you're not in front of me. But and you're going to have a bunch of shots, right? If you shoot scratch, you're going to have about 72 shots. And hopefully, you're going to be somewhere in the 80s or something, maybe low 90s. Have a fun day, enjoy your day, and do a little bit each day, get a little bit better. Some days you're gonna, have a great round, and so it is what it is, right? But if you're in there, if you're thinking that you're gonna shortcut and you're not gonna bother with any golf instruction, I don't need that. How hard can that game be? Try to play, and you're just gonna bat the ball. I just put the ball down and smack it. How hard can that be? And you find out in golf, you got to play 18 holes, right, for a set. Now, here, we don't have to have 18 trades. We don't. We can just have 2 or 3, call it a day, and be done, and come back and do it again tomorrow. We can certainly do that. You could do that. Don't have to be here all day. Now, I can't be with you all day because we do have folks in Q School now that are one-on-one, availing themselves of our mentorship, and in the generally that's in the morning or in the afternoon. Sometimes it's in the evening, depending upon if we have a person that's in a major different time zone. We'll try to accommodate if we can.
Order filled.
The algos are now picking up on a point and figure uptrend and on offense, and we are long. So I'll be a little patient with this one. If we could get a run back up into here, up in here, that'd be a big payday here with this contract. So I'm going to let it run. We'll see what happens.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, we're about 1 hour in, and we're up from where we started about eight or $900. Wouldn't be a bad day, right? Not a bad day at all, right? And you could shut down. We'll be shutting down YouTube here in a little bit, and we'll look for you again. And do you have the patience and the discipline to come in and do this a little bit? Go find something else to do with your day. A lot of times, it's just over trading. Just trying to do too much too soon. You can only play so much golf. You can only eat so much ice cream. You know, any certain things, right? You don't have to do it. Trading, more and more isn't necessarily the best, right? Now, if you get to use technology, you get really comfortable. Yes, then you can begin to trade, and you have the capital and again the skill set. You could be trading not just one of these markets, but you could be trading two, three, four, five. Now all of a sudden, you start, compounding what you're doing. What can also be interesting is when you start trading competitive markets. Maybe trading gold and the dollar. And try to get them balanced. Try to trade them in roughly the same amount of margin. When one does one thing, the other might be doing the other. Then you begin to run, in essence, your own little hedge fund. I'm Bag of Don. This is Stock Market Caddy, and we thank you for stopping by. We're going to let you watch a little bit more, and but we will be turning down. I never know the outcome, right? No more than we knew what we were going to do last night. I never know what the outcome is going to be, so we're just trying to show you, not trying to prove anything. We're not trying to hand out the fish. We're not trying to say that this is something that you or that everybody should be doing. The truth of the matter is, probably not, right? Probably not. Probably 90% of people shouldn't. But for those 5 or 10% that want to get underway, we're prepared to teach you a whole lot, and more than can be in one little video. We want to spend 3+ weeks with you, not every minute of every day, but just about every day, as you experience and see different things. And we want to peel the onion back, and that buffet table, and so you get a chance to see what is available to you as this thing comes back on us. We'll see what we can do. Keep you posted here. Any questions, let us know.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Just when you think we're going up, we reverse course and down we go. Now we could, we've been on for a while. I don't want to embarrass ourselves. So I'm going to grab this if you don't mind. I'm going to take it. Let's see if we can see if we get a little more of a break.
Order filled.
We just added $1,000 to our profit from last night in an hour. I'll keep it on. Actually, it's 1:15. We're going to turn it off, and we're going to need our resources. $1,000 net a day during a trading month, one market would be 20 grand. Maybe another market isn't as rich. Maybe it's not as volatile. Maybe it doesn't have as much margin. Maybe another market contributes a few grand, and another market contributes a grand. It doesn't take long. It doesn't. It does take some patience. It does take some discipline. It does take confidence. And that's the one thing I can't give you. I can give you the education. I can give you the tools. I can't give you the capital. I can't give you the time. I can't give you I can give you the disciplines, but I can't give you the experience. We can even give you the experience a little bit, right? We do that. But the confidence part is something I can't give you. And that comes from successful execution on your part in the privacy of your home office, and you're just executing. I do suggest strongly that if you have a partner in your life, and they may not be a trader, that you do take the time to explain to them what it is you're trying to do. Because Susan understands, right? Because she totally understands. But maybe not in the beginning. And if they look into your office and they just see you sitting there staring at a screen, or, they don't understand what it is you're doing. It doesn't look like work, right? It is. I know that. You know that. I'm Bagger Don at Stock Market Caddy. We invite you to visit. Slide back here and let's take a look at what the ES is doing. I'm going to whiten that out here a little bit. We do think the market's coming back in. We think, the reason why do we think that? Because the Nicholas timing model thinks that. We're operating under a sell signal, a daily sell signal, based on the underlying data, based on the VIX, based on the 10-year Treasury, that triggered last Tuesday. Now it may change tonight. I won't know until the markets close. But at the moment, that is putting a not really a pall, but it is putting a bias into us that, at least for the indices, particularly the NASDAQ and the ES, Though we might do a little bit better on the short side. However, when you look at this, you say, well, wait a minute, Don, they're long. Yes, we can get, when we have daily signals that are short, we can get these vicious intraday rallies. Like this is at 250. This is $12,000. Makes what we did with, that's with a mini contract, right? Too. Makes what we did here look paltry, right? And that's okay. Paltry is fine. Boring is fine. Leaving money on the table is a good thing, right? We're not on Discord. We're never going to be on Discord. We're not in Reddit. I don't want to surround myself with that nonsense. Getting online and look at me, woohoo, woohoo. That's not. Now, we do create video content to show you what's possible. It's not meant to annoy. Sometimes we get messages back from people, please take me off your mailing, and which we gladly do. Please take me off. You're really pissing me off. Well, we're not trying to piss anybody off. What we are trying to do is inspire you. Right? Next week will be the CME challenge. Invite you to sign up. It's free. Everybody gets to play by the same rules. It's going to be for a week. If you're following somebody or you're subscribing to somebody, have them sign up, right? And if they tell you, oh, that's a bunch of crap, anybody can do that. Okay. Yeah, let's see. We're going to sign up and we'll see how we do, right? We'll put our pride out there. This is a beautiful thing here. We came out a little early. We did. Look at this trade. Boom, right here. Boom. Isn't that crazy, right? That's flawless execution. Let me see if we have any questions, and let me look. Anybody got any questions for Bagger? Let me go look at I don't see anything. All right. So we're going to say thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the retweets. Thanks for the like buttons. Helps us with the algos. Hope you're getting it done with whatever it is you're doing. Look for us again. It could be any day. I can't commit to a hard schedule because we stay pretty busy. But for the most part, when we punch up, it will be usually in the middle of the day, right around the noon hour. Sometimes it'll be in the evening. And we wish everyone the best. All right. Thanks so much.